You're listening to 90.8 Hills FM Radio.
This is 90.8 Hills FM radio station, using our voice to rate your choice. Stay tuned.
90.8 Hills FM, in partnership with Task Force for Music and Arts, presents TaFMA Thursday. Stay tuned to listen to local artists every Thursday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. on 90.8 Hills FM.
Hello, and welcome back to our live here with RJ Gugu here at the studio, 90.8 Hills FM, the voice of change. But definitely, I can tell you, it's gonna go great this evening, live with our very own Imna Yaden. He's a singer and a songwriter based in Dimapur, but definitely this evening we will get to know who he is behind these two names. Well, a lot of people know one side of the story, that he sings, but there's the other side of the story that many don't know. So hopefully you will stay tuned till the next 1 hour. We will be speaking a lot about Imna and who's Imna and about his music journey. Offline, Imna and I were sharing a little bit about how he started his career and a little bit about his personal life as well. And we thought, why not we ask or perhaps share this evening. So with that note, something to look forward to. And I'm just so happy that Imna could come to our studio and be a part of this 1 hour show, which definitely some of you would be listening once again on TaFMA Thursday. With that note, may I welcome Imna. So Imna, how about saying hi to our listeners?
Hi everyone out there. Thank you, Gugu. Thank you so much.
So well, Imna, how are you feeling right now?
I'm not gonna be lying. I'm feeling great, but to be honest, I'm super nervous. This being my first, having this sort of conversation.
Well, I think it's a great beginning, and it's a good feeling to be nervous. That means you can really feel it and you're alive, right?
Yeah, true.
All right, so Imna, just to make you more comfortable, where would you like to start the conversation? I mean, who is Imna Yaden?
Well, let me begin with saying thank you so much, Hills FM, for having me. I have been looking forward to this. Like I've mentioned earlier, this being my first, sort of having conversation, I'm a bit nervous. I just hope and pray that it goes well.
It will.
Well, just like most of Naga artists, being born and brought up from a Christian family community, I was introduced to music, going up to the stage at a very early age from Sunday school. That. So that is how I got to know that, all right, I can sing, I should pursue this, sort of.
So a little bit of offline listeners that we also got to learn from Imna. Imna has been listening to our radio station for quite some time now, and we are so happy to hear that we have a listener in our studio actually, and he has been able to even make out the improvement that our RJs have been making and some of us. So you just never know who's listening to you see, in the radio. And we definitely look forward to the feedbacks and areas where we can improve better as a community. So Imna, you shared about what you said, it started off from Sunday school, and all of us, True. I would like to also pursue a little bit about how you started young, because you were sharing offline about being one of the youngest member in the band, right? So perhaps you could share a little bit how you started off with that, because all this while I thought you were a solo artist, which of course the journey started much later. So would you want to start with that?
Yeah. Actually, I started my, musical career being in a boy band called In Tune. I'm sure most of you won't even know that.
Well, today was the first time I heard In Tune, yes.
Yeah, In Tune, that was back in late 90s.
90s.
Yeah, back in late 90s. I was the youngest member. So basically that's where I started, my musical career.
And you were 15. Am I correct?
Yep, true.
15, and most of your band members were much older than you.
True.
So how, all these years, how did the mentorship help you?
Obviously, it has played a very big role in like grooming me, being in the band, getting to perform even beyond Nagaland. It has garnered me a lot, and I am what I am today because of those experiences.
And are you still in touch with your band members?
Obviously.
Oh, how nice. So, any chances of, reunion of these band members and reminiscing old songs that you sung during the 90s?
I don't know, but I'll be looking forward to it. Seriously.
I think that's something that we definitely would look forward to it, if not all the band members, but some of the band members. And I think this is a great example too. When we are with our seniors, we get to learn a lot from them because of the experiences that they have. And I think this is a must. So, Imna, how about you helping us to also know that, well, we just got to also know that you work with the police department as well.
Yeah, I do.
You're not just a musician. So can you just also share to our audience, how did you get into these two? So music is your passion. The police, the department that you're working with is a real job. So how do you juggle?
See, like I've told you earlier, I started music at the very early age. I wasn't thinking of joining the department, but it was a calling. So I have to, answer that, follow that. So, and I'm thankful also that at least I got the opportunity to serve the department, the state, To be honest, it's not easy. Police department being, which demands 100% dedication and the time. It's not easy. And to pursue music at the same time and, the social commitments, fulfilling all the social commitments, it's not easy. We have to be like totally focused, 100%, no time wasted. That's how I try to manage,
And how supportive, because I can sense that you have a very supportive ecosystem, even in your department and in your music career. Because if you didn't, I don't think so you'd be able to, you may have to land up choosing. Am I correct?
True.
Yeah.
See, I'll tell you, I have a very good team. I have a very good team of friends with a mutual interest. Some are in production, some are in this and that technical terms. So at the end, all of us benefits with it. So just like you have said, I have a very good team, and when it comes to profession department, I'm being very grateful, very thankful to my superiors, my colleagues. They have been very supportive since from day one. That's how.
Do they take the advantage of having you perform in the functions?
Not really.
Really?
But, when occasion comes, it's must. I should sing for them. I should.
So that's an advantage, having a musician in the police department, and you could actually cater to their.
But I don't take it as an obligation,
It comes from your heart.
I take it as an opportunity,
I think that's a very positive way of looking at it, and definitely music actually brings people together.
True.
And we've also seen how we have the music ban even in the police department, right? And in many of these occasions we have seen the Mahila ban as well. I mean, it's so inspiring to see women ban, and likewise getting to know that you're in the police department and people enjoy your music. You're able to serve your colleagues, your countrymen, you know, in the music. And I think it is from there that I would like to take a little stretch to your friend Younger. So how did Younger and you get into this? Did you know him earlier? Because he's also in the police department.
I mentioned about the band, right?
Yeah.
He was also one of the member.
The first band.
Yeah.
Oh,
in
really?
Tune. In tune.
Oh.
We were in the band.
Okay.
So since then, we have been helping each other, mentoring each other. Mentor, brother, friends.
That's a
everything.
wonderful combination, a much needed relationship, because, well, the journey can be quite lonely, right? So at any given point of time, can you think of Younger being your mentor, your brother, and somebody you look up to, and who's also a senior, perhaps? Is
Yep.
he a senior? How has it worked out for you? Because the first time when I met you was in Delhi.
Yes, yes.
And that was the time that I met you. I even met Younger at that point of time. And I heard you both singing. And how did this... and this is where you want to speak in Hindi, perhaps, So I'm just going to quickly go to Hindi. तो बताइए इम्ना जी कि ये आज़ादी का अमृत महोत्सव, द सॉन्ग, ये गाना, ये कैसे हुआ और आपके लिए क्या मायने रखती हैं इसमें? And Younger or आप, how did you get into this? And we had even our official from Nagaland House performing, right? So can you share a little bit about that journey?
For the listeners, those who don't know, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is a song, which Young Artushi and me wrote last year. Yeah.
Yes.
So Hindi में बोलते
हाँ,
हैं.
हिंदी में बोलो. That was your demand, ना? हिंदी में बोलो.
पिछला साल जब यंगर और मेरा फ़ोन में बात हो रहा था, उस टाइम हमने मतलब डिस्कशन पे था तब, उस टाइम सोचा कि क्यों ना हम हमारे नागालैंड स्टेट के तरफ से आज़ादी का अमृत जो महोत्सव जो अपना सारे देश मना रहा है, उसके लिए एक क्यों ना गीत लिखे. That is how we came up with the song, So basically the message that we wanted to convey was चाहे जितने भी दूर हो, चाहे छोटा स्टेट हो, हम भी भारतीय हैं, सभी भारतीय हैं, और जो कि अपना देश आज़ादी का अमृत महोत्सव मना रहा है, उसमें हम भी भाग लेना चाहते हैं, हम भी भाग लेते हैं, और अपने नागालैंड स्टेट के तरफ से प्यार बांटने का एक संदेश है. That was the motive.
So basically it was coming down to the basic thing: as a citizen of this country,
Yeah.
we are contributing, as a citizen in nation building. And I think you and Brother Younger did a wonderful job in making this possible.
Thank you.
And what has been the responses from people who have listened to this song? According to you, I'm sure you've got responses, because as far as I've seen, the responses have been very positive, and it has really brought people together to even visualize that you as a Naga can actually sing so beautifully, and the meaning of the lyrics is so wonderful. It actually brings people together, right? So can you share some of your responses, that you have received from people who have listened to it?
Yeah, we were fortunate enough to perform that very song at the closing ceremony of 2022 Hornbill Festival. And thank you so much to TaFMA for the opportunity as well. So, and the same song we performed at the B20, G20.
Oh, yes.
This thing, cultural show also. So
it's quite a demand. It's a public demand that has led to this, for this song to be sung in our state.
Yeah. So basically the feedback, obviously अपने जो local listeners हैं, उनका भी बहुत अच्छा response मिला, लेकिन जो हमें और ज़्यादा अच्छा लगा कि जैसे बाहर से आया अपना टूरिस्ट लोग आया, और the delegates were there, तो उनके द्वारा हमें पता लगा कि हाँ उनको गाना पसंद आया. The message, that we wanted to give them, वो जाके पूरा हुआ.
I like that part जहाँ पे आपने ये शेयर किया कि छोटा स्टेट है ना, लेकिन बड़ा दिल है.
हाँ.
And I think that's the beauty of it. छोटा state, लेकिन बड़ा dil. And Brother Younger and you have put this together so beautifully.
Thank you.
And even as a citizen, many a times people forget about their responsibility towards the country. And I think this is a song that reminds people of their duty as a citizen.
True.
So on that note, a very big congratulations from our community radio to yours.
Thank you so much.
Because this really amplifies that all of us are together in this journey of making, the country proud and contributing where we can. Now, from there on, Imna, how about you share a little about, your interests? Are you into games? Are you into sports? Are you into movies? Can the listeners know a little bit about you from a personal front?
Okay, sure. Just like I've mentioned to you earlier, being in police department, which requires so much 100% dedication and time. At the same time, I'm pursuing music very seriously. So it's kind of hard, finding out time for doing other activities. But yes, I love playing badminton.
Oh, great.
I was a hardcore angler as well.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
When you say hardcore, I mean, what do you mean by that? As in, it's like,
Hardcore.
it's something that you really...
Forget about everything, go angling day and night, fetch your tent.
You're totally
sleep there,
addicted,
stay
huh?
there.
Oh.
I was.
Oh, it was?
I was.
You don't continue anymore?
Now
Q? Why?
time manage करना पड़ता है ना. उतना time कहाँ है अभी.
It's actually a leisure.
Leisure.
Yeah. But can you share a little bit about the angling part? How did you get into it, and were you part of some competition, and what has been the experience so far?
Obviously, I have attended some few competitions, which I did not win, obviously. So, of course, friends plays a very vital, important role in our life. So, I was also influenced through a good friend of mine.
And have your friends won the competitions?
Obviously, some of them.
They did?
Yeah, seriously, yeah.
So what are the virtues that you have learned through angling? What are the values that you have learned? Because it takes a lot, okay? Angling, it's a different...
Patience is number one.
Yes.
The right technique.
Mm-hmm.
The right technique. The place where to, although you might have so many techniques, but where to apply. The patience, but patience also should not be wasted.
Oh, that's interesting. Patience. So you need to be very calculative.
Calculative.
Yeah.
Totally.
So you can't be just being patient, sitting in one place and waiting for the fish.
No.
I think I would have done that.
That is.
Great. I think that's a very good tip. Patience is not to be wasted. Taking it from you, Imna, I'm definitely taking, and I'm sure our listeners are taking away from that with their experiences as well. How about, would you mind also taking this conversation towards a little bit personalized, if you're comfortable, about, are you the eldest in the family? I mean, about your siblings and, your journey. Would you like sharing that with our listeners to know a little about you?
Yes, I am the eldest. We are 4 of us. I have 2 sisters and a brother.
And
4 of us, 4 siblings.
Four siblings. Yeah. And are you the good brother or the scolding brother? Which brother part do you hold? How would your siblings define you?
Everything. Little bit of everything. But I believe they feel the same way. Gugu, you might not know, but my dad passed away really early when we were still, when we still didn't know the values of life, what is life all about, what the future holds. Anyways, that way, maybe I am sort of more of like a father figure to them, I guess. I guess.
At a very early
Yeah,
age.
Yeah.
And how has that affected you, Imna?
I don't know how to put this, but losing a parent at the very early age alters so many dreams ahead. The things that we have planned. But if you take it in a other way, the good way, positive way, it also gives us the courage, teaches us. In fact, I believe God bless those kind of people to shoulder, the responsibilities.
Well, the team and our listeners would like to extend our support to you and to the dreams that you still have. And I honestly, as a human being to another human being, I've had the scariest imagination, not knowing how I would respond if I didn't have one of my parents with me, And in situations like this, yes, life needs to go on, but definitely how you rightly shared about being positive, it only comes to those definitely with a greater purpose in life and how God placed that, blessing.
True,
and I think you've been a blessing to your siblings and how you've come this far. I mean, being one of the youngest band member and continuing your journey till date where you are still holding your passion for music, it tells a lot, Imna. Perhaps we may not be able to share a lot of things today, but it gives us a glimpse of how you have struggled and made it this far, alive and well, and taking every bit of this experience to your advantage. So the community radio and our listeners definitely feel for you, and we want to wish you the best for that. How about being the sibling? What has been the craziest thing that you've done with your siblings? I mean, being the older one, and anything silly that you've done with them. Because we all have stories of silliness, doing together with our siblings.
After my dad passed away, we had this small shop at our home, colony wala shop.
Acha, colony wala shop.
That type of shop at our home. So when my mom was out, how foolish I was.
Okay.
we would steal the candies, even try to pocket some cash.
Oh my God. Did mom get to know about it?
I guess she did.
Did you guys get the beating? The shared beatings?
Not really.
Don't
But
tell me
good
you led that team of yours in stealing it.
Obviously. Captain, I was the captain. Good old memories.
I think these are beautiful memories
Yeah.
as siblings. Well, you're talking about, stealing candies from your mom's shop. Your family shop, right? Well, my brother was a little bit of fun here, a little twist of my also sibling's story. My older brother, he was told to babysit, and he hates babysitting his siblings. What he simply did to solve the problem of babysitting and so that he can continue what he's doing, he just did the hide and seek thing, and he locked us up inside the cupboard.
Oh, shit.
We do that police thief thing, nah? So he told us that, okay, I'll search for you. You get inside the cupboard. He just locked us up. And we were waiting, So things like that, the silliest of thing. And when we think about it, those were the relationships that we have shared. And we miss the childhood of our childhood. Imna, you've come this far, right? And I think there's everything to the first time. When we do something for the first time. Where do you feel you are right now as you reflect back how you started, the circumstances, the situations, your career path, and you continue to be passionate about singing. And what would you call your music? What genre would that be?
Actually, I'm really very grateful to my supporters, to listeners, those who have been like supporting me from the day one. You know, previously being in bands, I believe I had the upper hand. The sort of experience when it comes to performing live or dealing with the all technical things, going up to a studio or producing something, this and that. But this is not a thing to brag about, because when I started my solo career back in 2019, I started from scratch, Gugu. I started from scratch. I left all the past glories. I shut down to nothing, and then I started my this solo career. But like I've mentioned, all those past experience has have helped me a lot. And growing up, I listened to my brothers, the cousins, aunties and uncle. They were listening to those 70s and 80s wala rock. And then when I was growing up, the boy band thing was going on.
Yes.
Then hip hop came. Bahut lamba hai. Those things
But
were going on.
that's the accumulation of everything that has made you
yeah.
the person that you are today.
So I basically, I would say, I do pop genre, but I am, like sort of open to, jumping from here to there.
Okay.
As in when required,
So that's quite an experiment as a musician, right?
Experimental, it's quite.
Is that
sort of
healthy? I'm trying to understand, of a life of a musician, that do you need to stick to one style, or it is okay to actually try out different styles?
Obviously we should obviously I also suggest we should stick to the genre that comes from within, the actual you, the actual me. But being experimental, or featuring with different artists, collaboration, that is quite healthy. There is nothing wrong. We get to learn, we improve, doing collaborations, venturing here and there a bit.
So it's good.
There's a lot to take away.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, I'm sure the listeners have had a different perspective from you, and we're glad to hear that it is okay to experiment. But definitely we need to settle down at least to one genre that suits you. And I think these are some of the songs that we're going to come up with as we talk. The first song that we want to go with is Goodbye. So, Imna, can you tell us what is Goodbye about and who wrote it? And before we make the listeners listen to Goodbye from some of your songs that we have selected today.
Okay, Goodbye featuring J. Pollan. It is a sad song, but I believe goodbyes aren't always very bad. Sometimes we have to let go of the bad things, in order to accommodate the fresh, good vibe. So, while writing this song, obviously everyone has their past, their history. So somewhere, somehow, a little bit of, the self-experience is also included in the lyric,
Well, beautiful. And who is J. Pollan? Would you mind sharing with the listeners?
Okay, J. Pollan, I would rather say one of the finest rap artists that we have.
All right.
Big shout out to JP.
Wonderful. So here it is, guys. A little bit with the start of the song Goodbye This is Imna and featuring J Pollen. Goodbye.
Don't tell me you love me. Don't tell me you care, 'cause I'm moving on. If there's anything you wanna say, it's too late now. I don't want you back, so stop shedding your fake teardrops. And even if you get down on your knees, babe, I swear I'll never be the same old guy. So darling, time to say goodbye to you. Once the brightest star has faded down, I'm sure sooner or later you will find me in another person. Baby, I'll be looking. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye to you. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye to you. Don't tell me you're sorry. Don't tell me you mean it. I know it's another lie. Had a lot of reasons to leave you, but I chose to stay. I loved you truly, oh my love, but you chose to stay. And even if you get down on your knees, babe, I swear I'll never be the same old guy. So darling, time to say goodbye to you. Once the brightest star has faded down, I'm sure sooner or later you will find me in another person. Baby, I'll be looking. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye to you. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye to you.
Well, I guess it's time we part ways. Back on the track, we about to race. You no longer the dream I used to chase. No wonder you always wanted the space. Maybe I couldn't afford that, 'cause I know Jeff. We could've settled things out, but you just left. Say you need me now to fix it out, when I wasn't the one who messed it up. You stressed me out and it trashed you out. That's how this whole thing works. You wanna run away, now you wanna run to me. Once the warmness fade away, there's no more fun to me. There's no turning back for me. Even if I do, it's the new me you see.
So darling, time to say goodbye to you.
Guess I'll never see you again.
Once the brightest star has faded down,
It's probably too dark now.
I'm sure sooner or later you will find me in another person. Baby, I'll be looking. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye to you. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye to you. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye to you. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye to you.
I hope you find the right one, but you could never be mine. I guess I'm in a better position now, so this is my last goodbye.
Well, the goodbye. I think, Imna, that's a wonderful song. Now I remember where I watched this at the initial time, but at that point of time, I didn't know you before. So when I look at the video now, I was like, so this is the guy I'm sitting with. I think what you said, for picking up from where you left, it is good sometime to let go. And it's a new beginning, because you create space for amazing possibilities that can make your life.
True.
I think this is a wonderful video for that matter. I think either you take it on the negative or the positive, but definitely more power to positivity. The next song that you chose was We Are the Nagas. You mind sharing to our listeners what inspired to create this song?
Yeah. Gugu, as a singer-songwriter, this has been my, a wish and objective, at least how do I, or at least through the talent that I have, through my song, the convey the message of peace and love, or portray the colors that we have, the unique culture, the rich culture that we have to the rest of the world. That was my sole intention. And if you remember, there is a rap part, short rap part in Hindi. That conveys the entire message. That part is entirely for the non-Naga people.
Okay.
Non-Naga people.
Okay.
Yeah. Conveying the message of peace and love. Yeah.
I think this song is the very need of the hour, with a lot of conflict that we are surrounded with, within and outside.
True.
And definitely the song plays more than a song. It is with the intention, as you've rightly said. So listeners, let's have a listen to We Are the Nagas.
From the mountains taller than you and me, echoing warrior chants down to the valleys, where our ancestors once happily dwelt. Decreed by the Maker himself, the land that's blessed with the unique culture, buried beneath is our untold miseries. Yet we the people who love us unconditionally. You gotta know that we are the Nagas. 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 Whoa. We know who we are, we know where we were. Since our ancestors thought will guide us too. Journey has left the sky, but that's alright. We've come a long way and we'll go on and on. The land that's blessed with a unique culture, buried beneath is our untold miseries. Yeah, we the people who love us unconditionally. You gotta know that we are the Nagas. 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 Whoa.
हाँ मैं आया हूँ पूर्वोत्तर की पहाड़ों से, देखने में अलग संस्कृति भी अलग, लेके प्यार और अमन का पैगाम सारे देशवासियों को मेरे सलाम। इस देश के लिए दिए हमने भी जाने बलिदान, और हम भी शान से कहते हैं that I am a Naga.
We are the Nagas. 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 We are the Nagas.
And on that note, we are the Nagas. I think, Imna, this is where I want to ask, who choreographed the whole sequence of, the video, and can you share a little bit about the team, the dance troupe that you have with you on this video?
Gugu, the team is known as Tribal Crete. We have been working together for quite a while now. They are very talented. Most of them are like full-time dancers. Some of them have their own studio. So basically, they created
So
the
they're
entire thing.
professional performers.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
wonderful.
yes.
And how did you guys get in touch? If we may know this, did someone refer, or you knew each other from before?
Yes, of course. Someone referred also, a good friend of mine. But I have been, watching their contents. They are on YouTube as well.
Really?
Yeah.
So how can people find the dance troupe on the YouTube?
Mm.
They go by which name? Tribal Kids.
No.
Okay.
Apart from Tribal Crete, they have their own dance troupe, different dance troupes. Some of them goes by the name Beat Kings. Dance Sports Studio, which is located at the City Tower.
Okay.
Dance Sports Studio, and Kafo Music Studio. They're in Chumagidima. Yeah.
This is wonderful, and I think this is a great additional information. And listeners, if you're looking for dancers and who are performers, professionals, and who know their stuff, Imna has just shared brief detail about which dance troupes or the name tag they fall into. And definitely you can obviously get back to us, to the community radio, or get in touch with Imna on his Instagram, and definitely I'm sure Imna would be able to lead you and have you contact these dancers. I think it's amazing, as Nagas we're able to be professional dancers and actually work together. It's an amazing example, not just as a performer, but as getting to know one another, what you're good at. I think that's the best part, Imna. So looking at that video, I really got inspired, and I felt that putting up a show like that, it's not easy, right?
True.
So
Yeah.
who is the choreographer to put everything together? You have one person doing that, or everyone is involved?
No, while creating the dance move, the steps, it's their part,
Okay.
They do that.
So they listen to the song first, and then
yes.
that has been the
Like,
process.
Like I told you earlier, that they're professionals, they choreograph, and of course they are trained Zumba instructor as well.
Oh, they're trained Zumba
Yeah,
instructor.
Any of our listeners are interested?
Oh yes, I am, but I haven't had the time to get into shape. But definitely looking forward to. It's good to know. That's an additional information, listeners, that some of these choreographers and performers are professional Zumba trainers. And I think, again, health is wealth. So on that note, let's move to the third song. Now, this is something that I'm going to work on in pronouncing. So forgive me, Imna, and the listeners, if I don't pronounce this well. But this is how, let me try to do justice to this third song that Imna has chosen. It's Kudanga, right? Kudanga. Kudanga. And Messenger.
Correct.
And
right. You got it right.
yeah. Thanks. So it means never want to die.
Yeah.
Yes, that's in translation in English.
Yeah.
Never want to die. And it's been written by TaFMA and Jamir and Wonder Waves.
True.
Would you mind sharing a little bit what this song is about? And if you could say briefly who is TaFMA and Jamir and Wonder Waves?
Gugu, TaFMA Jamir is a legendary singer, singer-songwriter.
Please forgive me for my ignorance. I'm learning a lot through you, getting to know names and
It's
their.
fine, I understand, yeah.
I think this is a way to educate ourselves of our people also. Please go ahead, Imna.
So, Kotanga Messenger, we did this song 2 years back. It was we worked on it together collectively. It's like the harsh reality of life.
Okay.
Nobody wants to die, right, Gugu? We don't want to grow old.
True.
But ultimately we'll have to.
Yes.
That's what it means. that
Okay.
that is what we wanted to convey through this song. So in short, life is too short, we should be.
I get it.
I hope you got my point. I hope you what I meant to say.
Yes. And I think that's a wonderful piece of thought that, I think this song is going to speak about. Is there anything else that we should know more before we play this song?
Right. One of our band member from here, late Mayang Sangba, he passed away last September. So, and the irony was that the line which he sang was, "Oh, asaya mi tekatazan kekecau." That literally means, to the length of that, am I going to travel alone? That's what he sang. That was his line, and he was the one, to walk to the valley of death first. So he's no more with us now. So I want you to play this song, in his remembrance.
Definitely, Imna, we take this honor to play this song, and we feel honored and privileged, the community radio, in remembrance of this legacy that he has left behind, and especially having you at the studio and choosing this song for our listeners to know. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the song Kudanga Missioner and Never Want to Die, and in the memory of our legendary. May we listen to this song.
I'm a sinner. Dampur makamner.
Teti tang liner. Ukari kari tanga ni kamza klasa. Tanga ni kamza klasa. Ni rongsan chanti pentenalir, aliwatang chanti anangalir, saka katatsang milungi akamer, katanak na makamer. Tekatazan yakijau teno.
Kutanga masinner. Dampur makamner. Kangatatsu Tenam sermetsu liransu Mapang kanga kerailonger Kearishi amachi awer
Oasayemi tekatazan yakijau teno.
Tangan mesin
가리당아 네 금속 글라사 가리당아 네 금속 글라사 네 무무루 아즈 독시당 오치마 시롱슨 펀던당 동네 영마바 바다 미약단 문우랑 넘쳐마 필름테
Well, I'm sure our listeners would like to listen again, so you know where to find this song. It's available on the YouTube, and definitely we would like to encourage all of you to listen to the 3 songs that we have played: Goodbye, We Are the Nagas, and Never Want to Die, Kodanga Misoner. And I think this is a wonderful song that I've listened today myself, and definitely going back to listen again, to also be encouraged that we need to really promote our local dialect. It's I think the lyrics are so deep that it's difficult to translate that into English.
Sure.
Right? I mean, that's something that you were also sharing, Imna, that it's so difficult to translate in English because the whole meaning that we find in our own dialect is so enriching, right? So let's go to the next song as we finish the 3 songs. Rainbow of My Life, and it's featured Mensum Naro.
Yeah.
Would you mind sharing a little bit about the song Rainbow of My Life?
Rainbow of My Life. Gugu, I actually wrote this song in order to accommodate, in order to, how do I put it? Have you heard the song called Kitang Monger?
Yes.
Kitang Monger.
Of course.
The lady artist, the lady singer.
I can recollect now.
Yeah, she's my cousin sister.
What?
Yeah, Mensum Naro. So she, it's been quite a while, she has been away from the industry, the music scene. So I wanted her back in the industry, or like at least I wanted her to be, doing a collaboration with me. And there out there are like huge numbers, so many people that loves to watch her sing or listen to her singing. So that was the sole motive, in order to accommodate, in order to mark her comeback.
Beautiful.
I wrote this song and we did it together.
So this is a comeback song,
for
totally
her,
dedicated to her.
Yep,
Amazing.
yep. And she,
She
nailed
did it.
it.
She nailed it. Okay. Anything else that we should know more before we play this song?
I think that's just fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, listeners, let's have a listen to Rainbow of My Life.
There ain't no reason or season for you to love someone. And when you truly love someone, that's when you start loving yourself for real. I know that I ain't the best you've ever known, but I promise I'll do whatever it takes promise I'll do whatever it takes. I can bring you the moon and the stars, but I promise be the world for you. 'Cause you are the one that lingers in my heart. You are the one, I found the missing color now. And you are the rainbow of my life. 'Cause you are the one that lingers in my heart. You are the one, I found the missing color now. And you are the rainbow of my life.
Well, Rainbow of My Life, and featuring Imna's cousin,
Mansam Naro, yeah.
Mansam Naro. I mean, I'm blown away with it, Imna, and it's so good of you to write this song for her comeback. I mean, who does that these days? And me and Shiro sitting here listening to it and watching the video, and we were like, dude, you are so romantic with your lyrics. Who wouldn't want to fall in love? I mean, definitely me. But this is amazing, Imna, and I think today we are able to unveil a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot, but a lot of a bit of you, you know. And definitely the listeners know you a little better, not just as a musician, but definitely as a person. You know, it takes a lot, and it's so heartfelt, you know. It just excites me as I watch the videos and the song, the lyrics, the whole the team that you are working with. I mean, this actually really shows the kind of gold mine that we have. Talented people who worked on these videos. It's not just about you alone, but the kind of people that has made these videos choreographed, you know, and put this together.
Yeah.
And this takes us to this song, this final song for today, which Imna has shared, and he feels that he should, he wants to use that as a final closure to the song selection. But definitely there are more songs of his that you can find, but this is something that we would like to share in our studio. And this song is called Never Stop Believing, featuring his very own brother, mentor, friend, and his darling friend, of course, which I also admire the most. Brother Younger is such a free-spirited guy, and he is somebody who knows his stuff. So how about, Imna, you sharing a little bit about this song, and why do you feel that this song has been important for you with Brother Younger?
Yeah, Gugu. We actually, you know, we were at the studio working on a different project. It was then that we thought of, you know, coming up with a song that would reflect the things that we have been through, you know, the trials and tribulations that we have faced. And we were pretty sure that most of the you know, the younger generations, the aspirants, the upcoming musicians, they will be definitely facing the same sort of struggles. So we just wanted this to portray in this song, and also let them know that we had our own share of struggles. It wasn't easy, but we made it through. So definitely you guys can too. Yeah.
Right. And on that note, so let's listen up to this song, Never Stop Believing, featuring Younger.
You've been through a lot, I know that. You don't need to hide it, 'cause I've seen this before. too long to hold on. Everybody needs to know this. You're not a fool to play whenever they pull strings. Stay strong, no matter what may come. Don't stop trying and believing. Whenever you feel like you're not gonna make it, never stop believing. There's another day for you and me. Whatever dreams are, never ever give up. Never stop believing. There's another day for you and me. If you should ever fall, just remember you got 1,000 reasons to get back on the track. Stronger than ever. Life is just a game, keep playing on. Soon you will realize all your tears and pains will pay off. No matter what may come, don't stop trying and believing. Whenever you feel like you ain't gonna make it, never stop believing. There's another day for you and me. Whatever dreams are, never ever give up. Never stop believing. There's another day for you and me. There's another day for you and me. Believe it. Never stop believing. There's another day for you. Whenever you feel like you ain't gonna make it, never stop believing. There's another day for you and me. Whatever dreams are, never ever give up. Never stop believing. There's another day for you and me. Whenever you feel like you ain't gonna make it, never stop believing. There's another day for you and me. Whatever dreams are, never ever give up. Never stop believing. There's another day for you and me.
There was a last song.
Yes, with that last song. And you know what, listeners? This really, really says about how our experiences can become a guidebook for many, many young people who would perhaps experience something similar. But definitely, this song tells about how our experiences can teach our nephews, nieces, people who are much younger than us, to learn from our, the experiences that we have had.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, the ugly, you take what is needed, you discard what is not needed. But definitely being able to share. And I think this video, really did justice to that. And thanks to Younger and you who put your heads together and you said, it didn't take much time, right, to write this song? Because you both shared something very similar, but it was quite swift for you to put it down together.
Yeah,
right?
Nothing to brag about, but it just took us around 2 hours, because we didn't have to bang our heads, because all things that we wrote down was literally things that happened to us, the things that we went through. So we don't have to bang our head.
We need more of this, Imna. Honestly, our society needs more of this. People walking out, reaching out, and telling their stories.
Yeah, true.
We're not doing that. Our Naga society don't do that. Charibi, kam nai, na? But we don't know how out of the hundreds, whoever listens to it could be a life jacket to somebody. And to say that, hey, life is not that tough. We've made it, so will you. And I think this comes with a lot of encouragement, in spite of having a lot of breakups, heartbreaks, and losing your loved ones. life needs to move on. And I think
True.
this last video that you chose actually for today's session, that Never Stop Believing, speaks volume actually about you and Younger, that how you as friends, as mentors to one another, as brothers in heart, have come this far, and great encouragement. I wanted to ask towards the end about this amazing team that you have, this pool of people who have made your videos, and the graphics, everything, the team. I think this also tells Imna what I can draw from the 5 songs and listening to you, that we have great pool of locally talented people in Nagaland, and that's being untapped.
Yes.
They are invisible. So would you mind sharing a little bit about, the team that has made this video, the last video that with animation? Who's this guy, and how do you find these kind of people? And what should we do more to appreciate our local talents? What should we do more as people?
The videography, the animation on the Never Stop Believing was done by Akampongan. Full-time specialist in animation, based in Delhi.
Okay.
Very talented guy, amazing guy.
Definitely.
Yeah. So when it comes to the audio, the music arrangement was done by Wangching Konyak, another
Konyak.
very young talented
Wow.
producer, who has a great experience working back there in Mumbai as well. And the mixing mastering was done by Dr. Tia Imsong.
How did you get through these people?
Like I've mentioned earlier, Gugu, I'm blessed with a very good circle of friends and a very good team of the entire team, production team.
This is amazing. I think today's talk actually opened a lot of doors, getting to know more of our own local talented people behind the scenes, And I think this is great, Imna. So thank you so much, actually introducing them. And we should do more of this. When we are promoting, definitely we should promote people who have been behind. You want to say something more?
I just want to get back to the earlier question, like how do we help or support the local artists, producers, and those who are in this field. At least the minimum thing we can do is, it won't cost us anything. We should at least show our appreciation by at least tuning into their channel, at least liking, subscribing to their contents, If it is okay, and if the concerned think that it's a good quality content, at least they should do that.
That's actually the least, we can learn to appreciate and acknowledge their existence and the hard work that they have put. And if, honestly, like even in our community radio also, we encourage people to give us suggestions where we can perform better. It's we don't know everything, right?
True.
But definitely whatever you have seen, you have heard, and if you have been consistent, there are people who know, and I think that's a very, very good way of saying it, Imna. So before we actually end to our conversation, there's a question that has come in. So are you ready? Well, you don't have a choice, all right? Because in our radio station, our listeners are avid listeners, and they definitely get back to you with queries and questions and suggestions. Chalo. So let's take it on. So the question is to you: how can one bring people towards God through music, and how will he do it? So definitely, I think this question is moving towards how can music actually bring us closer to God, So how has it been with you? Maybe you can share it from your experience.
Gugu, talking about religion, God, I think it's a very personal thing between the concerned person and the God,
Yes.
So, well, thank you for the question. For me, I think as a singer-songwriter, the level of dedication that I've put on, there has been struggles, there has been distractions, but despite that, I have I've met this far. So it simply indicates that I have been true to myself. Being true to whatever I have done. So I think that should be like a good enough, a bit of example for any onlookers. At least they to know that he's not getting straight, and that's how a relationship should be.
I think you've beautifully put it, Imna. Staying focused, being consistent, being true to your calling, being faithful, and being on the track.
Yeah.
And that's how you're going to make it. And I think this goes with all kind of dreams that we have, not just in the field of music. All of us, I think that's where we're going to be closer to God. And as you rightly said, it's a very personal relationship. And unless we have journeyed that, we wouldn't know. And well, I hope whoever has raised this question to Imna, I hope this helps you. And as we can see that in spite of many struggles, he has taken life positively, and he has continued to pursue his dream, even if his calling has been to join the police department, and he has been faithful to his music. And I think that's how we actually offer the good side, the beautiful side of what we choose in life. I think being honest to the choices that you make is the only way to respect the talent that God has given you. Any last words that you would like to share with our listeners, Imna? Your nervousness chapter is going to get over now.
Well, I want to say this to the listeners. Thank you for tuning in. And like I've said earlier, I am brutally honest. This being my first session, I was and I am still very nervous. I had a lot of glitch in between, but thankfully Gugu was there to pull me up, push me from behind. So I'm still learning. I believe I have lots more to offer. Keep supporting, since from day one, so many of you have been there, with me throughout my entire journey, and I know that you will be there in the days to come. Even definitely, I'm coming up with more originals, more productions. Keep looking forward to it. I'll be working harder. Yeah, thank you so much. Love you all. Hills FM, thank you so much. I really wanted to do this. It's been a while now, but as I mentioned earlier, I was a bit reluctant. I don't have very good communication skills, zero in public speaking, but I'm telling you, this marks the beginning. So from the bottom of my heart, I really want to thank you guys for giving me this opportunity. I will cherish this. Like I said, this marks my beginning.
Yes,
Thank you
and
so
he's
much.
repeating again and again.
Yeah.
Yes,
Same thing.
Imna. I mean, I think we're very, very fortunate, and the very reason the community radio continues to be alive is when people like you come to our studio, and we need one another, and that's what community is about. And you've shared a lot about your first time. I think you're a great communicator, and your song speaks volume of that. That's why music tells a lot of the stories which we human are unable to express in words. And you've done that through music. And today, getting to know more about you, not just because we've met a couple of times, but getting to sit like this, listen to one another, ask one another. And I think, I think today's conversation, a 1 hour, maybe 10 minutes, it has actually made our listeners and us also to know that there's so many people behind you.
There is, yeah.
And I think often we forget about them. Na? It's always about moy, moy, moy. Na? But behind this moy, you've got so many of these people who have been a success. Because of them, you're succeeding. And they are the people who are behind the scenes who are making these things happen. And we need to make them visible. So, ladies and gentlemen, all those production team, I'm sorry I do not know you by name, but definitely getting to know from Imna the kind of work that you do, salute, and we respect your talent that God has given you. And this is the only way the Nagas are going to move forward. The music industry is going to bear fruit. And like Imna has requested, all of us, please like and comment. At least learn to appreciate what people are making efforts on. And I think that's the way we should all move on. And thank you, Imna, for doing this. And definitely for me, I have thoroughly enjoyed. Imali has been listening from the other room, and she has been thoroughly enjoying it. Shiro here being our audio guy who has been also enjoying it. And I think our listeners have enjoyed it too. So it is here on this note that the community radio 90.8 Hills FM, the voice of change, definitely having Imna on board has added to the bonus. And as he said, this is just the beginning, but I'm saying this is not going to be the last.
Yeah.
So, great. So we're signing off. This has been a great live talk today, and always been an amazing time for us to do live talks with people who wants to share their story, and we want them to come to our studio. So if you know anybody that we need to listen to, or you can introduce us to, you know where to find us. You can reach out to us on our social media handles, DM us, and let us know what you thought of today's show. This is your RJ Gugu Haralu signing off, and good evening, good night, and enjoy the music in hours ahead. Bye-bye.
90.8 Hills FM, in partnership with Task Force for Music and Arts, presents TaFMA Thursday. Stay tuned to listen to local artists every Thursday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. on 90.8 Hills FM.
You're listening to 90.8 Hills FM Radio.
This is 90.8 Hills FM radio station, using our voice to rate your choice. Stay tuned.